Bears.
The Bears. Bears.
Welcome in, everyone, to Barely Educated, the podcast by Bears fans, for Bears fans, as you know. I am Mark, joined as always by Chris. We're here to talk Bears Giants in a weird, messy, very 2025 Chicago Bears game, dare I say.
That's a good way to put it.
Chris, how are you?
Oh, my heart rate has returned finally back to normal, I think. 2 weeks in a row of that, though. I don't know. This season might be the end of me. I don't know. But, man, is it fun. This is a fun Bears team. So, yeah, I'm doing good.
It's been a while
since
they were this fun.
Yeah.
They are trying to kill us.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so, Minnesota, they tried to kill us. Detroit, no. Cowboys, no.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders, yes, tried to kill us.
Yes.
Commanders, yes.
Yeah.
It has a walk-off field goal with the rain and the backup kicker.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah.
Who was after Commanders? Was that Ravens?
Yeah, so that was not as...
They didn't try to kill us.
No.
Bengals? Definitely tried to kill
yes.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Saints, look at this. I'm forgetting games.
Oh, we forgot
the Saints.
Yeah.
They didn't try to kill us. 4 or 5 times they've tried to kill us.
Yeah. We're halfway.
But they are now 6-3, which, if you're keeping score at home, is more under Ben Johnson in basically half a year for the wins than Matt Eberflus had last year. One more win, and he'll have as many as Flus ever managed in a season. And we are just in so much better hands. But astute listeners may have heard a voice behind me.
Yes.
On this special edition, we are joined by, for a few minutes, for fun, my Bears watching buddy, my oldest daughter, my 11-year-old, Avery.
Yay.
So now welcome in Averily Educated. I don't know.
Hello, Avery.
But she's already corrected. She's the one who was like, you forgot the Saints.
I know. She will end the show. Yeah, she will put us both to
She's
shame.
smarter than
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Avery,
go ahead.
I was going to say, what did you like about the game today, or what was the most memorable thing for you about today's game?
Probably just like the suspension of how Caleb brought it all together with us in the third quarter, kind of in the middle, and then in the fourth quarter he brought us all together, and he got out that win for us.
He sure did.
It was Caleb's win. No one else deserves much of the win, but Caleb does for sure.
That's 2 games in a row now that we can say we won because of the quarterback, right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, and Loveland's play was amazing last week. But, this was all Caleb.
Yeah.
Even more, I think. But yes, but I think even more.
Mm-hmm.
So Avery missed the first couple minutes. I was like, where is she? This is our thing. If she's not gone for something, she's watching the Bears with me. She comes downstairs wearing a Bears shirt with eye paint underneath that's navy.
Nice.
Wearing a blue shirt, navy leggings or whatever. I was like, okay, you were getting ready for this. Got it.
Yes.
And she made one of those little videos. What do they call it? A switch or something?
No, transition.
A transition video.
Boy.
Yeah, whatever. I'm an old man.
I've never. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
It's like before you get ready, and then you transition it. So
you're in the same pose.
Your hand,
wearing
and
the
it
old.
looks like your hand is just swiping by, and then you just change
pose. Okay, all right. I think I've seen.
No one has ever been interested enough in anything either of us have chosen to wear for a football game to ever need such a video.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so we don't relate.
Mm-mm.
But Avery's going to be real excited to hear this. The Bears have now won. I'm so sorry, everyone. 6 of 7 games.
Oh no!
Oh, he's doing the motion, everyone. He likes that.
I'm a man of the people. Yes.
Let me do one more, maybe two more. Maybe Chris has a third question, but I've got two. What did you think of the Giants? You made a really hilarious observation in the middle of the game that just sent me laughing.
Okay, so in like the fourth quarter, when we got the lead, like it was like right after, or like, yeah, we got the lead.
Yeah, the Giants had
Yeah.
blown the lead. Let's be
Yeah.
honest, they basically blew that game.
And I was like, I feel bad for the Giants. Like, they're kind of like us last year because Bears were like that last year.
So true.
They sure
Rookie
were.
quarterback, running for his life, probably going to fire the coach, can't hold a lead. Coach makes a couple really dumb decisions. I mean, that was very profound from the mouth of babes.
Yes. Well said, Avery. That is a very, very astute observation about exactly where the Bears were last year and have been for several years, unfortunately. But it's so much fun to watch them getting better. I just, yeah. I have a question, Avery. Did you at any point think that the Bears were totally out of it? Like, did you think they always had a chance, or did you ever think, this one, they're going to drop this one? They're going to lose this game? Or did you think the whole time that they could still pull it out?
So that's kind of like a hard question because, like, I feel like my dad says I'm always like an optimistic person,
Mhm.
but like, so when the Giants had like a 20-10 lead on us,
Yep.
I was like, oh, we better like do something good here. But I was thinking we could still win it.
And what was your dad thinking at that point?
You were like, you were saying we were gonna win and
I was like, this is going to be the worst loss of the year.
yeah, you were saying
Ben's worst game, I still think that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If she keeps that faith, then she's very good about that.
stuff about Ben and how he was like not calling the right plays and stuff. With
Yeah, we'll get into
them
that
not
more
going for
later.
stuff.
The fourth down, yeah.
Fourth down.
Yeah. All right. I was just
I
wondering
did worst game.
because I have one of my.
What do you
one
think
of-
of Ben overall?
Oh yeah.
I think he's a really good coach, but kind of with Caleb, like since he's a new head coach to the NFL, he still needs like a little bit of work, even though he's a great coach.
Way better than the last guy. Huh?
In game stuff, better than Eberflus.
Yeah. Oh. I think any one of us could have been a better coach.
Yeah,
Nice.
All right, Chris, you were trying to say something. I think our connection wasn't great, and I didn't realize you were.
Oh, I don't remember. It's gone. I'll wake
Got
up.
anything else for Avery?
Yeah. Who's your favorite player on the Bears this year?
probably either DJ, Rome, or Caleb.
Those are
You
all
have
good
a
choices.
in your mind a special connection with Rome because of draft night.
because of draft night when my dad was like, they better draft Rome. And I was like, said, Rome, come home.
When we got drafted, it was kind of funny. She's like,
Yeah.
Rome, come home.
Nice. And he did. And he can, man, he could be the Bears' best receiver of all time in not too long a period to wait for
Honestly, all he has to be is the Bear for long enough.
My basketball jersey is that this year is actually his number. So that's
Wait, I didn't know that. Tell me that. Oh, I forgot that. We haven't had a game yet, in my defense.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What are you holding there, Avery?
Oh. That is a Mickey Mouse.
She's got her Bears blanket. She was ready.
It also has Mickey on it.
Chris has a Bears blanket, man.
I do.
This is like the only episode ever that we should actually put on YouTube for real. Except for I'm like worst possible position for that.
I don't know what the weather's like there, but it's a nice chilly fall day here in central Kansas.
Crazy.
So it's a perfect warm beverage and blanket kind of day.
I was just got back from a walk with the wife, and I was like, "Let's go." It's 30 something degrees. I love it. I just love it. Cool night walk.
I
The
love
weather finally turns.
I love going on runs when it's cold because it's like when you breathe and
It's your lungs.
it's like yeah, but it's like if you breathe in, it feels so cold in your
Yep.
throat. It's like in your
Hey,
Yep.
I just thought of something you gotta tell him. Okay, so Avery had been messaging her cousin, what's removed, second cousin, whatever they are.
Oh, that was so funny.
Cousin Nate's kid.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Cousin Nate's kid.
Yeah, okay. Oh, we're mixing it up. Okay. It was Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian. And it was during the game, and I was like second quarter, third quarter maybe.
It was pretty early.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, is your dad watching the game?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, that's nice." And he said something like, "He always has to watch it for some reason."
He's like, he always has to watch it for some reason. Like, a miserable experience he doesn't want to do.
I was like, "Well, I really like watching them." And he's like, "Well, you can say that," or something like that. And I was like,
Oh, that's
maybe
fantastic.
this year is different.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
different, but I know
Great line.
we all feel this compulsion to watch the Bears, even when they're bad. What are we doing? We're still plopped down on Sundays. It's just part of
While
our
I'm on the
DNA, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe
true.
he will see this.
Yeah, we gotta shout out
Shout out.
his twin brother as well,
Yes,
Gabriel.
Gabe.
Because Gabe had a hockey tournament this weekend, scored 4 goals and 2 goals in the championship game that they won.
Wow, that's awesome.
A banner weekend in the Cousin Nate sporting household.
Cousin Nate. Wow. Very nice.
So, yeah.
Congrats
Yeah,
to
this is the first time that Avery's been old enough. She's my oldest and definitely the most into the Bears. The others kind of watch, but not as much. And that where the Bears are good enough or at least fun enough that I'm like, I don't feel like a terrible person for exposing my child to this franchise. It's like this is miserable. It's kind of miserable, but it's also kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's so suspenseful, like suspenseful, and like the last like half when they're like 4 down or whatever, and they're trying to score, and it's just like so.
They're entertaining.
Yeah.
You know why they're entertaining? Coach just got a real offense and Caleb's good. People need to get on board with that fact. All right, let you go back upstairs to watch TV and do whatever for bed, and we will see you some other time.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Avery. It's fun having you on.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Avery Janzen, Bears analyst extraordinaire. Someone who has become a Bears fan in maybe some of the darker times of Bearsdom. So you really got to admire someone who can look at what this team's been the last, 4 or 5 years and say, you know what, I want to be a fan of that team. But when your parent is a diehard fan, that definitely makes a difference. So that was cool having her on.
Yeah, yeah, that's fun.
She jump on
Her
anytime.
optimism is really incredible because she's been a Bears fan basically through the Matt Eberflus era,
Yeah.
and somehow still every Sunday is like, we can still win this. And then the Ben Johnson Bears are already rewarding that optimism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man, that was the last.
I was just dying when she first pointed that out about the Giants. I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect.
It's true. And
I was
then
like, yeah, that's perfect.
And that she felt bad for them. She feels bad for them and their fans that they have to live through. That's some wonderful empathy there.
Yeah, how much do you have to be terrible at football to have Bears fans empathy? You guys are
Ooh.
bad. No, they should have beat us. They screwed that game up. I'll say it. It all evens out a lot, I guess. But maybe the Bears should have beat the Vikings. But they've got all these little comebacks now. I'm like, maybe it's I say this a lot, but seasons take a life of their own, and the Bears seem to be having some late game heroics to the degree that it's starting to feel sustainable because the quarterback's really clutch.
Yep. Yeah, and if Jackson Dart didn't get injured, maybe something changes. But because man, Russell Wilson, oh my, he
Looked
might
bad, bad, bad.
he might be Canton bound. I don't know. I think he's kind of one of those bubble guys. But wow, he yeah, that's kind of sad to
I
see.
don't know that has there ever been a quarterback who started off shoe into Canton, whose latter half of the career had everybody going, is he still a Hall of Famer? I mean, it's a
That's
very weird career.
yeah.
But I thought this game turned, besides Caleb, I thought this game turned on Brian Dable kicking the field goal after the Bears had too many men on the
Mm,
field for the field goal. He
mm.
kept the field goal result, and it could have been first and half a yard. Or no, fourth and
It would
half a
have been
yard,
fourth,
sorry.
yeah, still fourth, yeah.
Fourth. But like, so what if you don't get it? You think the Bears are doing anything starting on the half-yard line based on how that game played out up to that point?
True, yeah.
A touchdown ends the game.
Yes, it does. It's kind of
And
like
that I thought that just killed him.
that's what LaFleur did with the Packers with Rodgers their last playoff trip together. Wasn't that against
And he
San
was like super
Francisco?
mad at him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
And I,
they were like the one seed.
and I am so like I don't know. Old school isn't the right word, but I think just having grown up on Bears football, just so conservative. Like my instinct is still, take the points, take the points, take the points. But I
Not
thought
me.
no, you're right, not you. And I was in another text thread with one of my cousins, my cousin Adam. I won't falsetto.
Cousin Adam.
Oh, thank you. You can falsetto my
Yeah,
cousins.
yeah. Yeah.
But he laid out the whole thing. Like he said, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. The Bears are still in it. They're still gonna win this thing. And my goodness, it unfolded that way too. And he was also once again, this is stupid that the Giants are kicking the field goal here. But you know who else was on it that who was just fantastic again? Greg Olson, just a wonderful, wonderful analyst explaining things, saying why the coaches should be doing certain things, showing you how routes are opening up and where blocks are. He's just fantastic, and
And to my point, he was all over my
he
point a minute
was,
ago.
he was,
Because he's like, the next points that are scored, even if you don't get it, are still probably yours, because there's a good chance you'll get the ball back at midfield if you go ahead and go for it and don't get it. And I was
yeah,
like, oh, that's such a great way to put that.
yeah.
He's fantastic. He's the best analyst going, I think.
They should do commercials for him on Fox instead of the other guy that they keep trying to promote.
Skeletor? I mean, Tom Brady.
Skeletor.
He's like, enough, Tom.
Wow.
You got to quit with the surgeries.
Oh
It's gonna
man.
go real bad here in a few years. You don't need us. Oh man, he's just looking weirder every week, I swear.
Wow. I was not ready for that. Oh.
All
Oh.
right, shall we do good, bad, and ugly?
Let's do it.
In our group text, I gave grades for a few things, and let's just say it's not real pretty. Ugly. Once again, the back end of the defense
Ugh.
just terrible. Give that an F. Linebackers, give them an F. Ben
Yep.
Sewell stinks.
They were picking on
I'm
him, weren't
sorry.
they?
He's just absolutely terrible in coverage. He does the run okay, and then the biggest play of the game for him, he doesn't make the tackle. Luckily, they still won the game, but it's like he could have ended it too there, and it was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. The guy's just not very good. It's just another Pulls pick on defense that's just not very good. I don't know if it's gonna click later. He looks totally lost in coverage.
Yeah.
Give the linebackers an F. I don't think Edmonds had much of a game either. Certainly
Mm-mm.
better than Sewell.
Yeah.
Maybe it's harsh to give him one, but I'm kind of trying to do it by groups.
Yeah, makes
Ugly, ugly,
sense.
ugly, ugly.
Mm-hmm.
D line? I don't know. I didn't grade them in our joke with the group, but I didn't want to spoil the good, bad, ugly with the whole thing. But the bottom line was I gave Caleb an A and a couple B pluses, which we'll get to, and then I gave the whole rest of the team a middle finger emoji
Yeah.
because that's how they all played. Sweat got a B plus from me in
Okay.
that text because he did have, I think, 2 sacks, maybe it's a sack and a half, and continues to play well, 4.5 sacks in his last 4 games. I know there's this like, is he making too much for his production? Which I think you definitely could say that last year in the first couple games this year, but now that seems pretty much in line with what they're paying him for.
Yeah.
The problem is opposite him. And Booker's got potential,
He
But that
does.
that Dio move is just really hurting them. They just aren't getting much out of that. Grady Jarrett was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's supposed to be doing out there, but it's not what he is doing. Dexter has not taken the step we all hoped he'd take. I mean, I think you got to give the rest of that unit a pretty bad grade, maybe not as bad as the rest of the defense. And yet, at the end of the day, they did the brand that don't break thing. But you're sitting there going like, this Giants team's not that good. Get off the field. And it just
Yeah.
seemed like the coverage was terrible. They weren't being too hard on the D. They only allowed the 20 points, obviously, but
I
it felt like it would have been a lot more with a better coach on the other sideline. That's just my read on it.
yeah, I thought that too. I thought, well, it is only 20 points, but it's just it's just how they kept.
It's all their bad fourth down calls.
Yeah, yeah.
They
And
could have
how
put up 30 easy.
right, right.
Coulda,
Yeah.
woulda. I guess I don't know.
The
Maybe I
middle
should
of
give the D a D for the grade instead of Fs, but I
well,
don't know.
well maybe for Gardner Johnson, maybe he can elevate the he was their best
That's
pass
true.
rusher.
He had 2 sacks. Dennis
Yeah.
Allen keeps scheming him open for
Yep.
those free rushes. Good defensive coordinators scheme blitzes like OCs scheme receiver routes.
Yeah.
Think of a blitz as a route to the quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
he's been a nice find. He got a game ball too. Been
yes, he
game one of the
did,
2 game
rightly
balls.
so. And the 2 sacks he had were timely. Like the second one he had was did that make it third and long or on the last drive or
Yeah, no, they were definitely important.
yeah.
He almost had another fumble too, and then he did force the fumble
Mm-hmm.
on the
Yep.
scramble
Yep.
and the concussion. So I hope he's okay. By the way,
Dart,
I don't
yeah.
like those
Yeah.
side of the head bouncing off the turf concussions. Always scare me.
Yeah.
The ones where they bounce always seem like they're worse.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, so you hate to see that, but this is why I'm always saying it about Daniels too. It's like these guys that aren't Josh Allen's size that run and take the hits. That scares me.
Yep.
Dart had a pretty darn good game, but I'm always gonna be worried about that style
Yep.
in this league. And I'm glad Caleb does it without hardly ever taking the hits.
Oh man, he had some wonderful elusive moves too. There were 3 or 4 plays where
He
like,
did.
he's sacked. He's got and then he somehow pops out.
None. He didn't take any. They had a great pass rush coming into this game too. We'll get to
Crazy.
him. I don't want to
Yeah,
miss
sure,
that.
sure. Sorry. Yeah.
And I got to give another ugly to, and I'm going to be really specific here. Two more uglies. Theo Benedict in pass pro continues to be just really bad. That's
Mm,
beyond bad. He's ugly. And yet he's really good in the run game. So it's like I keep saying, I think he's a guard, but
mm,
they're playing him a tackle, and he's just not able to make up for the physical limitations. And maybe he'll get better. And that's a tough assignment today for sure. But it feels like Caleb's like just basically defaulting to, okay, there's gonna be pressure from that side really quick.
mm.
Like, and still made plays. And then the other ugly, the biggest ugly of them all, put it in 40-point font in red lettering. The drops, my goodness, the
Oh
drops. Right
yes.
now, I think they're listed for 6. I think you can push it to 8. Anyway, but 6 would be the most in the league this year for a single team in a game.
Yeah, 7 was what I thought I had read. But yeah,
Which I think
still.
is reasonable too, of course.
And then yeah, 6, 7. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh gosh,
I'm
we're here
sorry.
again.
Uh,
Twice.
but
Hey, why
Caleb
are the listeners down next episode? Go ahead.
Caleb, I forget what his do you have his stats there by any chance? I do not,
I
but
can get to him quick.
yeah, you add 6 completions onto that and his completion percentage is
And
really
one's a
not too bad at
touchdown.
all. Yeah, one's a touchdown.
Zacchaeus has to catch
Oh
that.
my
He was terrible,
gosh.
man.
Oh
He's
my.
in the ugly category with drops, but that guy needs to take a seat for Burden to get more reps. That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
obvious.
time. It's time. And then Burton that did he
Makes an
catch the
impact the
first
little bit of time he gets.
Yeah, and the first I think it was the first pass in the last drive that he catches it, but then still just
Mhm.
pushes the defenders for like,
He's good after the catch, man. This guy
yeah.
could be really good. They got to get him
I
involved.
I don't understand
Caleb
why he's
20,
not. Like,
20, 20 of 36 for 220, 6.1 average, a touchdown, and then 8 carries, 63 yards. Of course, a game-winning touchdown on the ground.
right? Oh, that was sweet too.
But here, while we're on the drops, I just like these aren't all drops, they're targets, okay?
Hmm.
I don't have the drops right now, but we'll get them at the all 22. Rome was targeted 10 times, 6 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Hilarious response to his dad, by the way.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Swift with 8 targets, 5 catches. Definitely had a drop in there.
Mm-hmm.
Komet, 2 targets, 1 catch. Blocked like a boss, and he was awesome on the touchdown run.
Yes, he was.
No shade intended to Komet there. Zacchaeus, terrible, absolutely terrible. 4 targets, 1 catch, and I think all 3 of those are drops.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know 100%. DJ, 4 targets, no catches. Kyle Monangai, 1 target, no catch. Okay, that's a ton of drops in those 3 players.
Yeah.
That's or at least, I mean, a ton of targets without catches. 1 catch in 9 targets for those 3.
Yeah.
Like what? Not that all the passes were perfect either, but this was
Sure.
absolutely the team letting Caleb down, not the other way around. And then check this out. Colson Loveland, 4 targets, 4 catches. Luther Burden, 3 targets, 3 catches. So your top 2 rookies, your top 2 picks, 7 targets, 7 catches, 106 yards. I am not trying to make too much of a very small sample size, but they've got to get these guys involved more.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, it's week 10, right? Coming up, your 10th game.
Yep.
They need to be a big part of the game plan. I understand Zacchaeus was really bad, and maybe Burden doesn't know all the route tree that you're wanting Zacchaeus to run. It's not so simple as, would you stop it? You play for him. But this week, they need to get a lot more actual plays in for these guys because they're better. Burden especially. He's a better player than Zacchaeus. He has a draft pedigree that's way higher for a reason. And Zacchaeus has not got the rapport that we thought he initially had these last couple weeks. And I'm not saying you bench him for good. I'm just saying you need to get Burden way more touches, and they're probably coming at Zacchaeus' expense, and that'll be a better offense because Burden's better. And by week 10, game 10, get your rookies ready. Like at some point, it also becomes a coaching thing. And I'm just not loving that aspect with it. But it's fine. Ben's been great. But I would give Ben, while we're now transitioning to him real quick, I'm giving him a bad. I thought he was bad for the majority of this game. I thought the 4th down decisions were inconsistent. I couldn't tell any given time why he chose the way he chose. It's like, I'm going to go for this one. I'm not going to go for that one. I'm going to I mean, it was all over the place. I thought the lack of commitment to the run game at first was jarring. By the end of the game, it looked good. 28 carries, 171 yards. Yeah, because Swift had a long of 25 in there and Caleb had 60 yards. Like, we should have been pounding the rock early too, because that Giants defense is like the worst in the league against the run. And so it's kind of funny they average 6 a carry, and I'm like irritated about the run game. Last time I was like, get the ball, throw it in the end zone, 2 weeks ago, I mean. But I didn't think the game plan made sense, is all I'm trying to say there. And I didn't think the 4th down stuff made sense. But still, at the end of the day, they win the game. He and Caleb seem to figure it out late. I love Ben Johnson. I just can't say he had a good game. And since I don't have another category, I have to say this was his worst game unless it goes in the bad. Am I being too hard on him?
I don't think so. He's going to have some, he's a rookie coach. This is his first year. He's going to have a learning curve as well, too. So I don't know if
it's okay for him to have a bad game.
It is,
here and
there. It is, yeah. And I don't know if
How about the Bears coach had a bad game and they won?
I'll take that.
Bad for him is really what I'm getting at, maybe more so than it's certainly not the standard of an Eberflus bad game. Those are more like uglies.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's okay if he had a bad game. I expect it. We should expect it because he's a first-year coach, and he's learning as well. So, we gotta be okay.
And it's funny. I still think, despite the bad game, he outcoached the other coach.
Yeah, he
At the end of the
did.
day, by the end of the 4th, you're like, yeah, they didn't. One of the things the coach also has to do is not make any egregiously bad decisions, and he avoided that. He made some ones where I'm like, I don't understand, but they weren't egregiously bad. And he continues to do something I love. He plays the timeouts correctly at the end of the game.
He does.
When we're trying to get the ball back, he's calling the timeouts on defense because you have so much more control. Another Greg Olson explanation that was great of the clock when you have the ball.
Yeah.
So 100% correct to call the 2 timeouts on defense. Saved you a minute. And I'm watching the Falcons before that when I got home from church, and I'm like, Raheem Morris does not understand the clock at all.
No, how
They
you got
absolutely should have won that game. They completely choked that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Penix.
So having a coach who knows what he's doing with the clock is a big deal, man.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that at least a little. Okay, the good is obviously Caleb. You got any other goods before we talk more Caleb and get out of here? Saving the
Um,
best for last
I
here.
I would give a good to Dunze. Come back the week after he had no catches to put up. What did he have? Like 70 something yards, 60 something yards. I mean,
Six catches, 86 yards, and he
86
was
yards.
wide open
Okay,
for a touchdown.
and the touchdown. Yeah.
And a
So
couple of his targets that weren't caught was like so close, and you're like, I don't really know if that's a drop,
hmm
but they never seem to quite connect on the big shots today, and he was still productive.
yeah, so I'll give him a good. I'm gonna give Colston Loveland a good too. Like you said, caught all four balls that went to him. One of them was a little bit behind him that he had to reach
Oh,
back
it's a
for, but
great catch.
he's got good hands and maybe he
This
looks
guy's a
so
player.
he is, and he looked a little slow at the beginning of the year, and maybe that's just the normal tight end curve. I believe you said on this show after Komet was drafted, or maybe it was back in the Meatball Composer days. I don't remember. But you said it takes 3 years for a tight end draft to really have a good indication on the pick, if it was a good pick or not. So I've remembered that, and that you gotta give tight
Yeah,
ends a little bit more time. So I've been
typically, yeah.
thinking that.
Although Tyler Warren's kind of challenged that, and of course Bowers was great last year.
Well,
But
there's
over the
exceptions. Yeah.
course of our lives, yeah, there's usually been a little bit more of a learning curve there. It's also something Cousin Nate's pointed out a couple
Cousin Nate,
times in conversations with
check his
me.
shadow.
He's a big believer that Loveland and Burden missing so much time in the summer gave them a slower on ramping
Ah.
for the season. And I think we're kind of seeing them coming out of that now, which totally fits what I'm saying about getting Burden involved more because they
Mm-hmm.
are doing it with Loveland. Let's take
Yes,
the
they
next step with Burden.
sounds
Okay,
good to me.
the moment we've all been waiting for. Guys, the Bears have a quarterback who you win because of at the end of games. I don't know about the rest of it sometimes. I know the arm is a howitzer. I know he's
Oh,
pretty darn good, and he might be amazing. But you know what I know for sure? He's pretty darn amazing at the end of games.
he sure
He
is.
just keeps doing it. Well, at some point, it's not a fluke. It's a trait.
Sure is. And
They won because of the quarterback. He
they
was
did.
not along for the ride. He grabbed everybody else on that offense, except for Darnell Wright, who was also amazing. Got to mention that.
Oh yeah, gotta
That
give him
block
a
where he
good.
just uses one arm and knocks over the NFL leader in sacks has gone viral, and it's amazing. Darnell's a stud. Get over Jalen Carter, Adam Hogue. Darnell Wright's the truth, and he's a better football player right now than
Mm,
Jalen Carter. Deal with it.
hmm
Anyway, besides DeLine, who played pretty well besides Theo in pass pro, Caleb's like, "Good in. We're leaving this with a win," and drives him down the field. Doesn't throw it to Zacchaeus at the end when he was
Oh
open.
yeah,
He's like, "I'm just running."
forget
Oh
that.
no.
It was
He
myself.
was he was great again at the end. Another no turnovers, no sacks.
Oh,
I'm currently in negotiations with the spin move. We have a truce, a ceasefire.
okay.
And there's times he does it, and I'm like, holy cow, he just put that guy in a blender. I just wish he stepped up more. But
Yeah,
then I'm like, but you can't step up more against a team with Dexter Lawrence on it. So like really, it's about the opponents. When you can step up,
true.
step up. When you're playing the Giants and they got an all-world D tackle, okay, me and the spin move, we can get along. And he's just absolutely driving those guys crazy today. I don't
Yeah,
know how he didn't take a sack. That was
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. Some of his moves to escape were just jaw dropping, and he seemed more sure about when he was going to run and when he wasn't going to as well. Like that, I
Basically,
thought
for
that was
three
good to
quarters,
see
he's like,
too.
I'm still trying to throw it. I'm still trying to throw it. Zacchaeus drops that terrible touchdown,
Ugh,
and Moore didn't catch one that would have been really hard. I feel like that's kind of mean to say that's a drop, but they never make the play, it seems like. And then Dart gets him to make one. I was like, just so stupid tight end catches his, but we can't do our. And then he hits
that's
the
yeah.
Superman throw to Loveland, like you brought up earlier.
Ugh.
Great ball. I mean, and then in the fourth quarter, he's like, okay, fine, I'll run.
Yeah.
Really interesting decision. Aaron Rodgers just threw a pick. Let's go.
Oh, nice. Love to see that.
So Caleb continues to be clutch, and the stats could always be a little better. But again, you got to give him like 5 completions and 100 yards and a touchdown, and no one's even remotely complaining about his stats.
Mm-hmm. Still on
I
pace.
saw where his true completion was 74. In other words, stuff he did that should have led to what would the completion be? 74% instead of the 58 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if this is a game where the analytics aren't happier with him, then I just give up.
Yep.
Because they usually don't like his legs, and he was great with his legs.
Yeah, you add 6 drops to his stat line, and it is closer to that 70% you want. So, or that Ben wants for him.
Yeah, and he's talking about that stat, by the way, not just the raw completion that most people focus on. So I think that's worth noting.
Oh,
14 sacks. 4 sacks as a team. Yeah, Montez got 1.5. He
Okay.
shared one with Dexter. Okay, well that's good. Maybe Dexter will pick it up. I guess he has 4 on the year, which isn't terrible. I don't know. I want him to have a play where he just is immediately in the backfield. It seems like
Yeah.
most of his are cleanups.
Yeah.
What's crazy is C.J. Gardner-Johnson, 7 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble was on the street. You would be, how old do you think he is? I can't believe this.
28, 29.
27, not bad.
27.
I would have thought
okay.
he was older, but because he's been around forever, but he came into the league when he was 20.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he said
So, yeah, man.
after he got his game ball.
Old Bears nemesis playing really good for the Bears. Bravo.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, he said he had been at home for 2 months before the Bears
That's crazy.
called him. Yeah, I can't believe that nobody was trying. Well, whatever. We got him.
This
That's
might
good.
be the way to do C.J. Gardner-Johnson. You get him halfway through the year before he can wear everybody out with his C.J. Gardner-Johnsonness,
Mhm.
and you get some productivity out of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got a game ball. Caleb got a game ball. It's been a bumpy but fun ride. 6-3.
6
Schedule's
and
going to get
3.
tougher, but I don't know, man. I think anybody probably would have taken 6-3 after this stretch of games.
I certainly would have. I'm still not convinced they can beat any good teams. We'll find that out. I guess
Yeah, there's
more
a
as we
lot to
go
prove
on.
yet.
I mean, I would have thought they would have lost to Baltimore like they did, but I also would have expected Lamar Jackson to be playing in that game. But
They have a real hard time with mobile quarterbacks,
Yeah.
by the way. That's a real problem.
Yeah, they won't beat Green Bay if they play like this, and won't beat
No.
Detroit. I don't know if they'll beat Detroit anyway, but yeah, there's some games later in the schedule that
It's at
might be
home.
better than this.
Maybe there's a chance if the Jared Goff thing where he stinks at Soldier Field happens again.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
So my attempts to jinx the division with totally no logic whatsoever to my picks this week. Remember how I picked it based on records and then flipped it for the last game?
Right.
Minnesota did lose.
Hey.
Detroit did not. How weird is this? 44-22 for 2 games in the late slate.
Wow.
Like, really? And the other one was 42-26. I don't know why that seems weird to me. That just seems like they were all the same game. All right, take us out of here. I'm out of time.
We're about out of time too, so I'll just say thanks, Bears fans. We'll talk to you next week before the Vikings game. Bear down.
And thanks, Avery.
Thank you, Avery. That was fun. Come again.
Caleb Williams.
He is the chosen one. It's my quarterback.
We will watch your career with great interest.
My Chicago Bears.
I love the Bears.